Here's your role in your daughter's life. Number one, you need the male model. Now, I know all of you have GQ dreams. What little boy doesn't dream of someday being on the cover of GQ? I mean, it's every little boy's dream, right? Okay, I know that most guys don't fantasize about being a male model, but what I mean by that is you are the first man that your daughter's ever going to meet and know. So you model for her what it is to be male. She looks to you and she sees, oh, this is what a man is. So if you're a good guy, if you're responsible, if you're respectful of women, if you treat her mother well, if you're a good citizen, a good worker, all those things, then she's going to see that and she's going to go, oh, well, that's what a man is. So when she sees men who behave that way, she's going to say, yeah, that's a real man. On the flip side, if you're the kind of man who maybe doesn't treat women very well, doesn't say nice things about women, maybe doesn't treat her mom too well, kind of cheats and lies and does some of the things that guys do, right? If you're that guy, unfortunately, she's going to think that's what a man is. So when she meets men who do those things, who lie, cheat, steal, treat women badly, she may not like it, but she's going to go, well, that's just a man. He's just a man. That's what men do. And one of the really interesting things with this is that women just do tend to marry their father. They just do. And so if you're that good male model and you model what a good man is, well, chances are your daughter's going to marry someone like you. In my life, my dad was a really good male model. I mean, he's a good citizen. He's honest, trustworthy. He treats my mom well. He treats other women well. He's a good guy. He's a stand-up good guy. And when I was a teenager and I didn't think my dad was such a good guy, I think differently now. Now I think he's wonderful, but back then I didn't. And so I tended to date guys who were pretty much nothing like him. Those guys didn't really stick around and last. But then I met someone who was more like my dad than I would care to admit, that I still would care to admit. But my husband is a whole lot like my dad. And guess what? That is such a good thing. He is a wonderful husband. He's a wonderful father. A great employee. He's got a great job and everybody loves him. He's a great friend, a great member of the community. He's a great person to have in my life. We've been married for almost 12 years now, 3 kids, happy, everything. Not perfect, but everything's good. And I'm happy that I married my dad. On the flip side, I have a friend who also married her dad. Well, her dad was more so the bad male model example. He didn't treat her mom very well. He didn't respect women very much. He kind of, he's he's not a bad guy, but he's not a good guy either. He kind of, cuts corners, plays around with what's good and bad, right and wrong, and he's just not the greatest guy. Well, she married him. And unfortunately, just a few weeks ago, her divorce was finalized. And now here she is, a single mom, 3 kids on her own. Her relationship with her dad is a mess because her dad hates her ex-husband because guess what? They're the same person. And it's interesting because her dad still can't see that why he hates her ex-husband is because her ex-husband is just like him. But it's this tragedy of she married what she knew a man to be, but it wasn't the right guy to marry. And so you really have to recognize that, and it doesn't just extend to marriage. It extends to friendships, to career situations. If you model to your daughter what a good man is, she'll seek out those men. And when men treat her well, she'll reward them for it. But if you're this bad male model, then, if her boss starts abusing her, it's kind of like, well, that's just what men do. Or if she's got some friends who do some questionable thing, well, they're just guys. They're just being guys. And don't you want your daughter, when she looks at the men in her life, to pick men who are good, who will treat her well, who will take care of her? Another thing that dads do just amazingly well, I watched my dad do this, I see my husband do it, is give their children vision. Give their daughters vision. Here's what I mean by this. I look at myself and I don't see me. I see my flaws. I see my shortcomings. My dad looks at me and he sees all of my potential. He sees everything I can be, everything I can do. And I remember when I was getting ready to go to college, and I was looking at all of the packets and brochures and trying to figure out who I'm supposed to be. And I went to my dad. I mean, I talked to my mom about college, and that was good. But I went to my dad, and my dad started talking to me about who I could be, what going to one college over another meant for me and meant for my future. And he really directed it. And I remember taking a college tour with my dad. We went and visited the campus, and I wound up going to an out-of-state school. And so we flew there, and we stayed in a hotel, and we walked around the campus. And my dad just started pointing things out to me and showing me things. And he helped me to see myself on that campus, being happy, being successful. And it was because of that visioning that he did in my life that I was able to then go to that school and be successful there. And he did the exact same thing with my sister. He took her on the college tour and said, look, this is who you're going to be. Not because it's who I want you to be, but it's because who you're made to be. And there's something powerful about dads reaching into their daughters' hearts and minds and saying, this is who you are. This is your potential. This is who you can be. And seeing them in just a different way. And my dad still plays an active role in my life in visioning. My dad is my career counselor. He's my marriage counselor. He's my parenting coach. Dads really have this power to look into their daughters' hearts and minds and see who they are and share that vision. And honestly, whenever I begin to doubt who I am, my dad reminds me who I am, and he reminds me whose I am. I'm his daughter. And because I'm his daughter, I have that covering that he loves me and he will protect me and he knows better than me. And so he shares that vision with me, and I'm refreshed and I'm able to go out and attack the world once again. And it's what's made me successful. It's what made my sister successful. And that kind of leads me into my final point about this. Fathers really are a launching pad. What do I mean by that? Well, you think about that analogy of the nest and the baby bird leaving the nest. And you think about the mama bird, and the mama bird is so scared. She doesn't want her baby to fall. Mom looks down, and all I see, and I'm a mom, I see the ground, okay? I see cold, hard concrete, and I see baby bird going splat. But father, dad, he looks out from the same nest in the same tree, and he doesn't see that ground. All he sees is the blue sky. And he sees all the potential. He sees everywhere she can go. Mom, ground, dad, sky. And when I'm sitting in the edge of the nest, and I know I need to jump, I need to take a leap in my life, I call up my parents' house, and my mom answers the phone, because my mom always does. I say, Mom, I need to talk to Dad. Because I know when I talk to Dad, he's going to show me the sky. And we have a saying that we've used a lot over the years as we've been talking about father-daughter relationships. We say fathers give their daughters wings. And it's true. They allow their daughters to just spread their wings and become all they can be, reach their full potential. And when I think about that, when I think about me and my sister and the way my dad has impacted our lives, I mean, my sister with her swimming, my goodness, that's exactly what he did. He didn't see all the hard work that it would take to get to the state championship. He just saw the prize. He saw the state championship. And with me, with even doing this seminar today, my dad said, Ellen, you've got the talent, you've got the ability. Go for it. Reach for the sky. You can do this. And dads, that is something you can do for your daughters. You can look out and see the sky. And I love moms. Moms are great. But you know what? I don't know many moms who don't see the ground. And I don't know many dads who don't see the sky. And that is why it is so important for your daughter to have you, her father, in her life, someone who can show her the sky. And so as you think about this, as you think about this mothering, this fathering, this father-daughter journey, remember, you're important. You're a father. You have a unique skill set to offer. Your daughter needs a father. And if you are acting as a father to someone who's not your biological daughter, she needs you too. Because every girl needs a father. She needs someone to give her vision, to be her launching pad, to show her what this crazy thing is that is male. So go out there, encourage her, help her to reach her full potential, because only you, only a dad can do it.